guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Sarah. This is No BS Beauty. For today, I thought I'd do something a little different. Actually, a few of you asked about this, so I thought I'd just show it for you guys. But I'm going to go through my super anti-aging routine that I do, I don't know, once every few months. And sometimes even have my esthetician do it. And really quick, I just want to ask for everyone to subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the subscribe button and then hit the little thingy that makes a bell noise. Hit that. Thanks so much. My goal is to get to 100,000 subscribers. So I've been doing it for a while. So anyway, every little bit helps. So, okay, back to the topic. I thought I'd do my super anti-aging evening routine, which involves the Dr. Pen, which is a microneedling machine, and the steps to do it, and then adding in some real anti-aging tricks that I've got that no one knows about. They're my tricks, so I personally think they work great. So I'm going to incorporate this with the anti-aging tricks and tips. And if you're thinking of doing it yourself, do your research, be cautious. It's best if you've never done it before, starting with like the roller needles sometimes is a good way to kind of get acclimated to it, or just see an esthetician that does it, and then maybe you kind of learn a little bit from them how to do it. So, okay, so I'm going to start by washing my face. So it's kind of a routine, I guess. I'm going to put my hair up. Don't want to get my hair all wet. Okay. And I've got a couple little tricks to make all of it a little bit easier and to make it more, in my opinion, effective, the anti-aging part of it. So, okay, so the microneedler, you're going to inflict wounds. So when I do treatments like this, I prefer to use little towels, these clean towels, as opposed to a towel that's been hanging around. It's just, you know, these are clean. So I use these very infrequently, but I love them. So I'm going to start by washing my face and then put a toner on. I've got, for toner, I'm going to use the NAD number 9 toner. Give it a good shake. Okay, give me 10 seconds. I need a sip of Powerade. I'm very thirsty all of a sudden. Maybe it's my crazy hair. It's making me very thirsty. Hang on. I can't remember the last time I was thirsty enough that I had to stop a video. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to cleanse. I will let the phone follow me. There's my beautiful toilet. So I'm going to first cleanse with what's left of my Softymo Speedy cleanser. And then I'm going to do a second cleanse with the Prequel gel cleanser. So we'll start with that. Okay, there's not much left in this, but I will get some out. There we go. Okay. I think that was enough just to do the trick. Go. There we go. Okay, I think I did a pretty good job. Got all the stuff off. And I will be rinsing once again in a second, and I'll tell you why. My crazy hair. we go. Make sure everything's super clean, super fresh, clean and fresh. So now I'm just going to apply a numbing cream, and then I will be rinsing that off again. So this is when I use Neocaine. There's numbing creams. Some people don't use them. A lot of times you may not actually need them, but they contain lidocaine to numb your skin so you can tolerate the treatment better. So typically you want to apply this to your skin and leave it on for, I think they say 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes longer, I think, for certain numbing creams. But you just want to get every little area and make sure it's a pretty thick layer. And then you just kind of let it soak in, start to work, but we're going to rinse it off. You don't want to leave numbing cream on your skin if you are doing any type of injecting or things like that, because numbing cream or lidocaine can in too high amounts be dangerous and not good and kind of poisonous almost. So I just like to apply a very thick layer and just kind of let it sit there and work for a good, 10, 15 minutes. I'm not doing a super deep microneedling. I think the level of needle I'm going to use is probably about, I'll probably use, I think like what is it? A 1/10 of an inch, I want to say. Okay, so we got the numbing cream on. I'm going to wash this off my hand. You don't want to eat it. You don't want to absorb it. You don't want to lick it. You don't want any of that. It's not a good thing. Okay. And you know what? I used to microneedle myself without a numbing cream for a long time. So, yeah. So if you apply this and they don't rinse it off fully, sometimes even if they do rinse it off really well, some people I've read will get very swollen if they microneedle over this or it's not fully removed. They'll get swollen and have a reaction, and it can be really bad. Lidocaine can be a very, very dangerous medicinal drug when it's not used properly, and sometimes even when it's used properly and not enough precautions are taken, or people have certain reactions to things you just don't even realize. So this isn't anything like, hey, it's just a topical serum, just microneedle over it. Don't do that. Sometimes people will also put plastic wrap over their skin after they apply it. I had laser done, and they did that on my skin. They put numbing cream on, and then they put like saran wrap over it so it'd soak in faster. I trust them to do that. I don't trust me. I just don't know how much more rapidly that gets exposed and what potential issues that could create. So I'm not a doctor. I don't do that, so I don't want to mess with that. So, okay, so I've got my doctor pen here. What version is this? I can't remember. Does it say on here? I've got the box somewhere. Oh, here it is. It is the A11 microneedling. And to be 100% honest, the one thing that drives me nuts, I wouldn't have bought this model again, is when you're microneedling, you will actually bump the control buttons a lot. And it's really annoying. Even just trying to plug it in to charge it was annoying. But overall, the functions and things like that are great. One thing I do recommend, if you're using, I guess it doesn't matter, whatever one you use. Like Dr. Pen, they have this little chart on their website, which has a really nice list of, hi, Ike's coming into the picture. Thanks, Ike. He just can't be gone for more than a second. Maybe he must need water. I'll give him a little bit of water here. Ike is the star of the show all the time. Okay, they have little graphs that show you helpful tips. So, like per se, this site shows you on which areas, which direction to pull the needle. A lot of times with using the microneedle rollers, you just kind of go in 4 different patterns. But this just typically says to go which way. Ike, come on. Ike, no, you can't be. I'm sorry. Ike, no. Come on, Ike. Ike, come on. Okay, I'm back. Ike is clear. I have to use the sink so many times for this video. Almost any other video, I will straddle over him to use the sink, but I just want to have to use it so much, and I'm not. This is kind of a more of a in-depth type of thing. So anyway, so I find these handy. They also have more information on which areas you can use certain depths on, which is actually pretty helpful. So on here they say needle depth guide. So for certain areas, your skin, the bone is closer to the skin. It's not as fleshy. You want it not be as deep on the needle in certain areas, especially like the forehead. But the cheeks are more fatty areas. But around the eyes, it's also very thin, sensitive skin. So things like this are very helpful. I recommend checking these out and using these as you microneedle. That is your best friend because you can't memorize this all. And then it also, on the last page, has recommended speeds because this microneedling machine does a lot of different things. It does different speeds, different depths. Maybe that's it. Different speeds, different depths. And on the little button here, it shows you what depth you're at. And for me, I picked out the 36 needle cartridge to use. I have good luck with this. I like this amount of cartridges. There are lots of different varieties. You can get 12 pins, 18 pins, 36. I think there's 48 or 42. I found the sweet spot for me with this. If you use less needles, it will hurt more. More needles are less painful. So it has a little cover on it. I'm going to take it out just so I'm getting ready. If I can get it open. Usually there's a little corner where it's like open here. Oh, here it is. I just can't see it. Okay. I'm opening that up. And I guarantee I will hit this microneedle on-off button probably 100 times. It's really annoying the way they made that. Okay, so here it is. Here's the cartridge. It's sanitized. You don't want to reuse these. You want to dispose of them after use. I think it just sticks like right in there. There we go. And then I'm going to pick which depth I want. Last time I did 0.25. Let me look at my little chart here to see what I should be going for today. Let's see, 0.25. I think I'm going to do yeah. Okay, I'm going to start with my forehead, which is 0.25 to 0.05. I have to wipe my lips off. Hang on. Because I need to. So for microneedling, you can do it on dry skin, but I prefer to apply it with a product. And two of the products that I absolutely love microneedling with, the TNS SkinMedica Serum and the Ordinary Buffet Copper Peptide Serum. And I'm going to take my Ordinary Copper Peptide Serum and boost it from 1% to 2% copper peptides by mixing in my favorite copper peptides. So I'm going to mix these in really quick. And I really like this formula. So, okay, so I'm going to unscrew this little cap. I'm going to take the dipper out for a second. I'm going to pour it in, and then I'm going to shake it up. And it's going to go from baby blue to like fluorescent blue. It becomes very, very blue to the point where you don't want to use this in the morning because it does make your skin look pretty blue. But I'm okay with that because I like the copper peptide. So I'm going to give it a good shake. Good shake. Give it a little pump on the thing. And I think I'm ready to rinse off my numbing cream and then go on to step 2, which is sanitizing the skin before you use this. So, shaking it up. Gonna get another cleansing towel out. And I'm gonna rinse this off really well. I think it's pretty numb. It feels pretty numb. Usually you want me to leave it on 15 or 20 minutes, but I feel numb enough for that. So I love that my food is now, this bathroom has turned to my kitchen at this point since I have no kitchen. So it's like I eat in here, I clean in here, the dogs are in here. So I'll just lightly rinse it off and I'll probably just do a little pump of a cleanser just to make sure. Okay, got that down. Dry off again. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty numb. I mean, I'm not as numb as I know. I normally would let that sit in my skin for a little bit longer, but I'm good with it. Okay. Next up, I recommend it. Just a stupid little headband. It makes a difference when you're doing this because it just, especially if you got hair like me, that's like tends to fly around all over the place. It seems to work well that way. And last but not least, some of these, my face and head are so little. I like to recommend you either use a alcohol-based solvent or some way to cleanse your skin. So one nice way is hypochlorous acid, which is in Tower 28. Peach and Lily came out with the hypochlorous acid spray a few months ago, and it doesn't exist anymore, so I have no idea. But I personally would recommend this as opposed to like alcohol wipes because that can be pretty drying. But either way, it's very important to sanitize it. And if you have any active breakouts or things like that, hold off or see an esthetician or dermatologist. That's right. I didn't like the pump. Yeah, it's not the best. Maybe they have packaging issues. Anyway, okay, so we got that done. Just gonna give that a second to soak in. This is where I always get into the question because I just want to apply all my products when I do this because I want them all to soak in. But you can't do it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a couple drops of the Klairs GF cream, EGF serum, youth activating drop on everywhere. Let it soak in. And then I'm going to get to the microneedling part. So there we go. I just wish I could have all the goodies, you know, my products on when I microneedle because I just think it's so beneficial. Sorry, my ears. If I don't have them covering my ears, then it starts to fall off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this part by part. The first part I'm going to start with is the forehead. And I have this set at, oh, the little thingamajigger fell off. We don't want that. There's something else I have to do to make sure it doesn't fall off. Hang on. Well, now I lost the cap. And this is not. Technical difficulties. Yeah, this. I don't understand why it's not staying in. Oh, there we go. I needed to turn one little bit. Okay, so I've got set at 0.25. I'm going to bump it up just a little bit. Because a lot of times I've been doing... So they say medical grade or sanitary level or sterility level for microneedling, anything above 0.1. I believe, or 1 is supposed to be sterile and done very infrequently and not a treatment for like regular aging. It's more of a treatment for scars and things like that. So mine's probably at about 0.4. So now I'm going to put on first my SkinMedica TNS. I'm going to put this on after. No, first. It's so hard to pick one first. You know what? I'm going to start with the ordinary first. Okay. Just because I can apply this one more liberally without realizing I'm spending $300. So. Let's see. I might need to shake it up more. Hang on. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to put on a touch of it, just a little bit. And then I'm going to microneedle over it, actually a little more even. Okay. Here we go. So what speed do they recommend for the forehead? I believe it was full face, forehead 1 to 3. So turn it on. Speed 1, 2, 3. And I think we're going. So for the forehead, which direction do they typically recommend? I think it was just across. So let me double check that. Forehead. Forehead, they have it going up and then across. You just want to hold it really evenly. Okay, up and then across. Actually, I'm going to start here. I always cross from this side when I do it. And I always do right in between my eyebrows. Okay, so I got that. Oh, yeah, they want you to do your eyebrows up, which I kind of just did. Let's see, anything else? I feel like 2 passes isn't a lot. Normally I do 4 with my micro roller. Use a crisscross. Alternating, using upward strokes. Let's see. Continue, even pressure. If you have loose skin, make sure to hold it taut. Use a crisscross motion. Alternate upward strokes. Okay. So then this says to follow your eyebrows up. I'm going to do crisscross too. I'm just kind of making a diagonal line across. I'm going to do it the other way. There we go. No pain, doesn't hurt at all. I don't feel a thing. Okay, so after that, I'm going to stop it for a minute. And then I'm going to put on my next serum, which is, this one's the SkinMedica. This is the big boy, the expensive one. And I like to use this one because it's got some really good growth factors in there. It's really great for anti-aging. But it's too good to waste any of it. You know what I mean? It's too good. So my forehead is done. My eyebrow area is done. I should do under my eyes. So what do they recommend for crow's feet and eye area? Let's see. Crow's feet is, they recommend, I'm sure it's not deep. For crow's feet and around eyes, 0.25. So I'm going to scale back the depth on it. And the speed for the under the eye area is 1 to 3. I'll probably do 2. So we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to change that. I'm going to move it down to 2. Then I'm going back and putting the copper peptides around that area. go. Okay, now I'm going to fire it up. And the pattern they want for crow's feet. Let me find that. Definitely a gentle area, a sensitive area. What is this? Nose. We don't need the nose, we need the eyes. I'm just trying to find the eyes. I see that, I see that. Okay, here we go. I see. It's on this page. Okay, so first off, I'm going to start I have this on a very low speed, and I have it at a very low depth, very superficial depth, because this area is just so sensitive. Okay, so I did that one. What's the next one? Underneath. Okay, straight this time. Okay. There we go. Okay, I think that area is good. Now I'm going to put my SkinMedica on the eye area. There we go. Okay, that feels good. Not much left, just the cheeks, I think, and chin, mouth. All of that. So for cheeks, what do they recommend for depth? For depth for the cheekbone area, they have it at, well, that's a speed, 2 to 4. What's the recommended depth? Let's see. The recommended depth for cheeks is 0.5 to 1. So I'll probably bump it up to 0.5 on here. And we're going to do the cheeks. I'm going to throw that peptide serum on it, and then we're good to go. I will wake up tomorrow blue. That's pretty much what happens every time, because I really just slather it on. Okay. I'm trying to turn it back on. There we go. Okay, so for cheeks, I think we're just going straight across, it looks like. I should figure it out before I turn the thing on, shouldn't I? Just can't think that far in advance. Cheeks. And then we'll do the jowls. That's even more fun. Okay, cheeks are basically just kind of tickles a little bit. It tickles a lot, actually. Like tickles the back of my throat. Okay, so that's good for the cheeks. We're rocking and rolling. I'm almost done. Okay, now I'm going to put the SkinMedica on the cheeks. I'm almost done, Ike. Ike is not happy. Ike's only happy when he's eating or in someone's way. Or he's running. Okay, copper peptides right around the mouth and chin. And some people microneedle their nose. I don't do that. Yeah. If you do it, just no worries, go for it. But I tried it and it just seemed to bother my skin more than anything. Okay, so let's see. Got that. Now we got the nose, upper lip, and chin. So let's fire it up. Let's see, what do we want for depth? Let's see. Lip area. Round lips 0.25. Chin is 0.5. Yeah, okay, I'm going to start. Then I'm going to leave the lips at 0.25. Let's see, and then here's the chart. Okay. Okay. Turn on. Okay. Oh, I should check the speed too. Hang on. Always something. Speed for lips is 1 to 2, so I'm going to turn this way down. What's that 1? Okay, we're good. I did that and then I reversed direction. And I'm just going to do the other part of the upper lip. And I'll link to all these references below. And if I can find the products online, I'll try and link to them as well. Okay, then, last but not least, the chin. It looks like you go up and down. So, and they said the chin can be deeper, up to 5. So I've got it on 5. For the depth and the speed, let me look at the speed for the chin speed. I should just make a cheat sheet of this and not have this whole stapled thing together. I am so close to being finished. Hang on. So, chin is, it does, cheekbone, cheek, round eyes. It doesn't actually say the chin. So I'm just going to speed up to 2. There we go. Okay. Okay, and then up. I think that's it. Well, I don't want to do my neck. Someday I will get brave enough to do my neck, but that is not today. So, I'm going with my SkinMedica for the last area. Okay, so I've gotten it all done there. Feels nice. I'll probably finish this up with just a touch of snail mucin, and then I'm good. But yeah, I'll try and link to everything below. Dr. Penn's sales in the U.S., things are getting very strange with that, so I'm not exactly sure how to link to it because I don't know what's going on. There's some regulatory issues. Used to be able to buy the Dr. Penn's on Amazon, and now that doesn't seem to be a thing anymore, so I'll try and find somewhere maybe, hopefully that you can buy one, but yeah. But it's really nice for anti-aging. It's nice to have it at home to be able to use it, in addition to having an esthetician do a deeper, more medical procedure on it. It's nice to be able to do a light touch-up at home yourself and not every time have to go see the doctor or derm. So anyway, yeah, leave any of your thoughts, comments, questions below. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye guys.